to RSA 2009. Today I'm talking with Bryan Fish, Director of Product Management for Lumensions Security. Bryan, as we take a look around the show floor, we see a lot of products that claim to help organizations with compliance needs. But even if these organizations were to install a full spate of these products, there would be some missing puzzle pieces to the full compliance picture. What are those missing pieces?
I think what organizations often have a tendency to do is approach compliance solutions from the tangible pieces that they already have in their network. So they've done a lot of the individual pieces, but as they start to try to assemble those components into an overall view of compliance, they are going to find that there's missing pieces. And the problem is they're starting from the bottom up and trying to assemble that picture. What they need to do is take a broad look, cover to cover at compliance, and then be able to go back in and fill in the answers to the questions that that's going to demand. And in particular, I think where you see those gaps has to do with the non-technical controls, procedural controls, physical controls, things like that tend to get left out of the compliance picture because we don't have technology, we don't have state-of-the-art technology that automates those things. Those tend to fall off the wayside and be left out of the compliance picture.
So how does Lumensions Security help people offer those particular technologies, technologies and give them that full view of compliance?
So what we're doing with Lumensions Risk Manager is starting from that top point. Take, for example, PCI. We'll go cover to cover, requirement 1, 2, 3, all the way through 12, and distill those down into all of the discrete control activities that the organization has to be doing to be able to satisfy all those compliance requirements. Then we backfill those with where do we have automated technology that deals with that, and with things that are left over, we know we still have an assessment process we need to go through to be able to evaluate our compliance there. But by starting them from that top-down picture with the breadth of what they need to do to comply, and then helping them walk through that complete picture to compliance, we're helping them fill in those spaces that were otherwise dark.
So big picture, basically.
Exactly, helping them see the big picture of compliance, not just the things that they already know how to deliver today.
That's big in and of itself, but what are the wow factors of this product that you see buyers really latch onto?
You know, I think the wow factor, where we see customers really get it when we show them the product, is that we show them how we're going to expand the breadth of controls that they're used to looking at. They're so used to looking at things that have an IP address and the technical controls they can measure there. When we show them that we're going to expand that to include these non-technical controls, and even expand it to include technical controls that they don't have good automation for, when we expand it like that and expand it to include subjects that are outside of the traditional realm of IP addressable devices, things like applications, databases, even data centers and business processes, all of those things have to be controlled and have to be tested to demonstrate compliance. When we take that and expand it from both the horizontal and vertical perspective, the wow factor comes when they see just how many points in that spectrum they're in the dark on. They haven't been evaluating those things with the same rigor they've done the technology, and I think they all get a big wake-up call when they see how much is left untouched there.
And finally, how does this play with the other security products that are already in the infrastructure? Does it integrate well? How well embedded is it?
And we've talked a lot about all the missing puzzle pieces, but let's not belittle what all these existing pieces of technology are doing for compliance. Things like vulnerability management, automated log management, audit controls, things like that really do help with the compliance. What we do is we sit on top of those as a consumer of the information that they can provide us. We look to those pieces of technology to provide us essentially executive summaries of what they're observing in the environment to help render simple pass-fail scores on individual controls. So we leverage those as our partners in collecting all the volumes of information that exist in the enterprise to demonstrate compliance, pull out the bits and pieces of those that we need to roll that up to the executive summary, leverage that as part of the overall compliance picture.
Excellent. Thank you very much.